Today we're talking about how you're playing an old build of Battlefield 2042, how EA is thinking about renaming the FIFA series, and when you're finally going to be able to see some Halo Infinite ranked multiplayer. My name is DeVante Chisholm and you're watching GameSpot News. So the Battlefield 2042 beta is available now for EA Play and pre-order customers. But unfortunately, plenty of people have already reported a variety of bugs and other issues. Part of it comes down to the fact that the beta represents the game in a months-old state. The nature of game development means that beta clients are often well behind where the game is currently at, and that holds true for Battlefield 2042. But not to worry, DICE is on it. They've published a list of known issues with the Battlefield 2042 open beta, some of which have already been fixed for the full game's release in November. But for the time being, I guess have fun just shooting people with your fists. Battlefield 2042 looks more like Metroid Dread. In other EA news, the company has said it might end its partnership with FIFA for its future football games. EA Sports GM Cam Weber said in a blog post that EA is exploring the possibility of renaming its FIFA series as a part of its rights agreement negotiations with FIFA. EA's deal with FIFA to use their name is good through 2022, so EA and FIFA have about a year to get a deal done or not. Weber explained in the blog post that EA has separate licensing deals with over 300 groups beyond FIFA that give the company access to more than 17,000 athletes on 700 plus teams in 100 stadiums and covering 30 leagues around the world. In essence, Weber is saying EA does not strictly need to work with FIFA on future games because it has rights agreements in other places. This situation sounds similar in some ways to what's happening with EA's college football series. The franchise is returning, but it won't have the NCAA name. Instead, EA worked out a deal with the collegiate licensing company to get the rights to player names, stadiums, and other real-world elements. But alright, let's talk about shooters again. The Halo Infinite multiplayer beta seems to have gone over well with fans, but one common piece of feedback is that fans want to know when 343 will reveal details about the game's ranked and competitive play. Well, thankfully, that's coming up soon. Well, 343 is apparently dropping a blog post with the Sandbox multiplayer and competitive insights team, and we're getting new gameplay that shows off Halo Infinite's competitive settings. This should all be available sometime next week. Alright, now it's time for what you all are really here for, some money news. The NPD Group released a new report on Thursday that reveals that time and money spent on games in the US jumped by 35% over the past 6 months. The uptick was driven in part by people in the 45 to 64 age bracket, which includes so-called baby boomers. According to NPD's Matt Piscatella, this growth in the 45 to 64 age group is made up in part by lapsed gamers who returned to games during the pandemic for entertainment and to stay connected to friends and family. But alright, time to get creative. Hit the comment section and let me know what EA should rename the FIFA series. And I mean get really creative, not crazy, just really creative. I'm gonna read all of them, every single one of them.